Hi everyone. So in this video we will be talking about Deloitte NLA. Okay, so for most of the candidates the exam is done. So let's discuss about this. Okay, about this year exam and whatever the thing is. Okay, there are some good news which I want to share. Also, let's talk about the Deloitte NLA exam and interviews. Okay, so if you have already covered your exam, if you have already given your exam, and now if you are waiting for the interviews, this video is for you. So actually yesterday the exam happened and today also the exam was conducted. Okay. Now first of all, talking about the exam was divided into the MCQ questions and coding questions. First of all, I just want to clarify, in the MCQs there were English MCQs. Okay. Then there is reasoning, and then there is quant. Then there was some technical MCQs. Okay, technical MCQs. Let's discuss about each and everything in detail. So first of all, if we will talk about English, okay, in English, I would consider the English as easy only, because if you have given the exam for English, no question was very hard. Also, the sectional timer was there, which was enough to solve the question. So I think English was related to easy difficulty only, and most of the candidates given the feedback, the English section was easy. Talking about reasoning and quant, you will say around 50 to 60% questions in this section is easy only. Okay, easy only. Only like 30 to 40 questions were there, which were of level of easy to medium. Easy to medium. Okay. Many of the questions, if you have covered the topics, topics of quant and reasoning, so you can easily give the answers. Okay, the level of the questions was not like very high or difficult. You can the questions were easily doable, and 50 to 60% questions were of easy category only for reasoning and quant. Most of the students gave this feedback, and remaining 30 to 40 questions, some students found it like easy to medium level, but it was also doable. Now talking about the technical MCQ part, for technical MCQ, it was divided into multiple parts. There were some oops questions. Okay, oops questions were there, code snippets. Okay, code snippets. There were some SQL question. I heard at some slot there was HTML question as well. HTML question as well. Then there is some DBMS questions, networking questions, cloud security questions were there. Okay. We can divide this section into total two parts. So, okay. So if I talk about code snippets, the only problem was the level of the questions was easy to medium only, but the timer was little less according to the timings. And the theory question, some questions were very straight, and some question was short but little bit complex. So we will categorize them as medium. Okay. But overall section, we can put it into easy to medium section. Easy to medium section. Then comes the main part, which is the coding assessment. Now, see, I think the normalization will happen because in some shifts, both questions were very easy. Both questions were very easy, and you need to do it in 25 minutes. So definitely the questions were easy. In some shift, one question was very easy, but the second question was of medium level. Okay, so this was the thing. In some shift, the both questions were very easy, but in some shift, the first question was easy and first was medium. So I think some kind of normalization will happen, and we need to talk about it. Okay. So let's discuss about the interviews and all and the cutoff. Before that, I want to give you the link of the crack interview notes. See, you will be having around 1 to 2 weeks time for the interviews, so you can prepare easily. Okay, if you will follow these notes, everything is covered here, and you can easily prepare for your interview, which Deloitte asked, like everything is covered. Oops, programming, STL collection frameworks, ultimate preparation book is there. Then HR question, theory questions, CS fundamental, project based question, SQL queries, coding sheet, computer science, pseudo codes. Everything is given here, which is more than enough for your Deloitte interview. So you can follow these interview notes. The link will be in the description, okay, which you can use for your preparation. Now starting with this, ठीक है, सबसे पहले first of all, how much time you will be getting for your interview. See, basically the interviews will be in phases, and mostly the interviews will be start within 2 weeks. Okay, so general time for declaring the result is around 2 weeks, so you can expect around 15 days in which you will be getting the result, but you can start your preparation for the interviews. Okay. What about the exam? So see, for English, the cutoff will be very high. Okay. Quant and Quant and FT also the cutoff will be high. Okay. For technical MCQs, okay. This year the level of the MCQs was little medium than last year. So I'm expecting if you have done like 22 to 25 questions correct, it's a good score. If you have correct, because last year I think the cutoff was around 25 plus. So if you have done like around 22 to 25 questions correct, I think it is a good score. Then talking about two coding questions. Okay. I would suggest that the cutoff depends upon the shift. Okay. In your shift, if the both coding questions were easy. Okay. Because I'm not sure in which shift the coding question were easy, because I heard in some shift the questions were very easy, both. In some shifts, the one question was easy, one was medium. Okay. Most of the students gave this feedback. So if the both coding question was easy, believe me, the cutoff can be like 1.5 plus. Like you need to almost solve the 2 by 2 question, like full coding question. Okay. If the both coding question were easy in your shift. But in your shift is, if the one coding question was easy and one was of medium level, the cutoff can be 1 plus. That means the one easy question you solved fully. The second coding question, you passed some test cases that will work. Okay, it depends like what kind of difficulty level coding questions you got. Okay, so this you will expect. Now I have already given you time, like around 2 weeks. Consider around 2 weeks, you will be getting your result. Okay, and if you want to start your interview preparation, okay, make sure to practice communication very well. Okay, communication skills matters a lot in Deloitte. Okay, like your 50% selection is done in Deloitte if your communication is good. So what you need to do is, from today only or by tomorrow only, pick any 10 questions and start practicing them loud. For an example, you pick a question. So suppose if you are purchasing our course, you can take this ultimate crack interview preparation book. You can start by one question. So suppose first question you picked, which is what is oops. Now you will give an answer aloud. Okay. And suppose if you are giving the answer aloud, and suppose you are sticking in the middle, then again you will repeat the same answer, and again you will repeat the same answer. So that's why your practice will become like perfect in perfection in your communication. So you will pick any 10 question like what is oops, what is inheritance, okay, what is DDL, DML. So this kind of 10 questions, you can pick any 10 questions, then you can speak them aloud. This will make your communication perfect. Okay. Baki interview notes link you will be getting in the description, which you can use for your preparation. Thank you so much for watching.